Hey Stanford, in the last episode of Astronaut Girl AGI, we rendered the mouse over every single symbol and gathered hovered OCR diffs. In this way, we can embed those diffs with a language embedding and provide the capability to search through natural language for which symbol to hover over and interact with. In order to generalize the ability to use temporal diff OCR and symbols for generating entity component system graphs and pathfinding over that with graph neural networks, we need to be able to efficiently identify rows, columns, and sequences more broadly of symbols, as well as abstracting the symbols themselves into higher level concepts or frames. So we can run a KNN algorithm to find the nearest neighbors of each contour, and in that way be able to start to look for frames. But a lot of times a pure KNN isn't enough, so additionally we can run DBSCAN to cluster the contours so we can be more likely to have singular symbols represented and connected with each other in higher level concepts. And then in this way, when we're looking for a symbol, we can kind of frame it in the sense that we might know kind of like what other symbols near it would be, and we can also break the interface down into a hierarchy so we can begin to search for a symbol simply by pathfinding down a tree or through sibling nodes in order to find prefabs or higher level concepts within the graph. You can see, for example, here we would be able to identify a prefab from these repeating symbols, which we can find from the k nearest neighbors. Now, something I'm going to show you here is kind of what it would look like to invert prefabs. It's basically the opposite of game development, where instead of manually programming the prefabs, we're going to be looking at an image and trying to predict or invert the code for a prefab's behavior so that we can start to act on higher level concepts like text boxes, text fields, as well as mapping those prefabs to what sort of effects they have on the implicit behavior of the user interface, as well as the effects on the particular data that we're interacting with.